Good morning, students, and welcome to your workshop lab. And in this lab, we'll start with your syllabus. Actually, what is there in your engineering workshop syllabus? As that you must know about your engineering workshop syllabus. What is there in the syllabus? So, in the first, you have mostly in workshop you'll have to do three types of experiment. One will be your fitting shop, and another one will be your welding shop, and the last one will go for the machining shop. And in the machine shop we have different operations that will be performed here in machine shop, and that different operations are like facing, plane turning, step turning, taper turning, grooving, nulling, and threading. So all these operations will be done by the lathe machines, and about the different components of lathe machines and the different parts of lathe machines, all will be explained by Mr. Himanshu, and he will be the in charge of this machine shop, and he will in details explain you about this lathe machines.
Discuss about turning section. Okay. In turning section, we have used one process that is called turning process. What is turning process? In turning process, a specimen or workpiece, workpiece is rotated around its axis against a cutting tool and removing unwanted material. That's called is turning process. Okay. This process used in one machine. That machine is called lathe machine. Okay. In lathe machine, according to lathe machine, is classified three types. Okay. First one is our central lathe or engine lathe. Second one is our production lathe. Third one is our special type of lathe. Okay. This machine you see, this machine is our called central lathe. Why it is called central lathe? Because you see this part, here to left side, this part is called our headstock. In headstock front, one part is there, this part is called as tailstock. Headstock and tailstock, middle one part is here, it's moving or it's longitudinal moving, and it's moving horizontal, front view. Three parts, headstock, tailstock and carriage are situated in one line, so it is called central length. Again I tell central length. Headstock, tailstock and carriage are three parts are situated or placed a single line. So this machine is called as central lathe. Second one is our production. Production lathe best example is our capstan lathe and torque lathe. Why it is called production lathe? Because it produces mass production. So it is called production lathe. Then third one is going to our special type of lathe. In special lathe, one part is connected, that is NC system. Then both are assembled, machine and NC system is called CNC machine. That is our special type of lathe. In workshop purpose, we use only one lathe, that is called central lathe. Now we discuss about parts of lathe machine, and their mechanism, which type of mechanism in central lathe, what are the types of what are the parts of lathe machine, we will discuss. It is four types. What is the first one is our bed. See this part. See here, white color border is there. This is our bed. This is called is lathe bed. In lathe bed over three parts are called there. See here to left side. This part is our called as headstock. In headstock front one part is there, and it is also called in bed. This part is called our tailstock. See, this is our headstock. Headstock front one part is there, that is tailstock. In headstock and tailstock, middle one part is rotate or movement longitudinally or front view you see the part is movement horizontal. Okay, so this part is told as our carriage. Okay, carriage means what? Carriage means some parts are carried. What are the parts? We will discuss above. Okay, headstock is the main part is our lathness. Why it is called headstock? Because see this part is our power transmission mechanism. Okay, second part is our gear mechanism. Third part is our work holding device. Here is the work holding device. So it is called headstock. Here we get power transmission mechanism. See this, we rotate. Either clockwise or anti-clockwise. When we start machine, the power is converted, electrical energy to mechanical energy by the help of our stepped pulley and belt drive. This process or this mechanism is called power transmission mechanism. Okay. Then belt is connected our main spindle. Okay. This part is our main spindle. This part is our main spindle. Power transmission is connected to main spindle. In main spindle, some spur gears are there. Okay, spur gears are called as gear mechanism. Gear mechanism working principle is our to control the spindle or control the speed. Okay, see this part. This is our one part which is rotated. Okay, either anti-clockwise or clockwise. Now, gear mechanism working principle is, see, we start slow RPM. Gear mechanism working, what is working? Like RPM, the speed is increased. Who is converted? Like gear mechanism converted. Slow to high, high to slow. Okay. Gear mechanism is connected face plate. See this part is our face plate. Okay. Here. Here this part is our face plate. Face plate is connected into work holding device. Work holding device is two type generally. First one is 3-jaw, second one is 4-jaw. In central earth, in mass production, we have used only 3-jaw. Okay, this part is our 3-jaw. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 3 parts is there. That is called jaw. Jaw is connected to our this part. This part is called as choke. There both are assembled, and the suitable name is 3-jaw choke. 3-jaw choke is our work holding device. Its other name is self-centering choke. Okay, self-centering choke is connected our workpiece. Okay, so it is rotated against a cutting tool. All part is assembled, then its name is told as headstock. In front of one part is there, this part. Okay, this part is called as tailstock. Okay, why it is called tailstock? It used to support the right hand end of a long workpiece. Okay, long workpiece hold कर रखो, ठीक है? It may be clamped in any position along the lathe bed. Okay, the tailstock spindle has internal Morse taper. See. The tailstock have internal Morse taper, okay, to receive the dead center. It is our dead center, okay, dead center that support to the work. Okay. Now we discuss carriage. Carriage is the middle part of the lathe machine. Okay, it is all in headstock and tailstock middle. Why it is called carriage? Because there have two parts are assembled. What is the part? The above top view we see a H section part. Okay, this part is called as saddle. In saddle lower part of the rectangular box is there. Okay, this part is called as our apron. Apron and saddle are assembled and suitable name is called as carriage. Okay, apron and carriage saddle both are assembled and the part is called as carriage. Okay, in top view saddle. Okay, white border is there. This part is called as our saddle. In saddle top side one part is there. See this part 0, 10, 20. Okay, this part is called as a compound rest. Okay, in compound rest top side one part is movement longitudinally or movement horizontally. Okay, this part is sliding, so this part is called as top slide. Okay, now top slide have one part is connected, that part is wheel. Okay, so this part is called as a top slide hand wheel. Okay, in top slide one part is connected or one part is stay. It is movement 360 degree. Okay, it is called tool post. Tool post is a cutting tool holding device. See this part is our cutting tool. Okay, cutting tool are held in tool post. In tool post is other name is post because we situated cutting tool is four way. Okay, so it is called 4-way cutting tool post. Okay, now we going to apron. Apron have two mechanism is there. One is rack and pinion mechanism. Another one is feed mechanism. Rack and pinion mechanism. See this part is our threaded part. Okay, threaded part is called as rack. Okay, in apron have inside have one circular part is there. Then that is also threaded. Okay, it is movement circular. Okay, the circular part is connected to rack and it's going to create a mechanism. What is the mechanism? It's called as rack and pinion mechanism. Here we got a question. What is the question? Sir, we rotate a part circular. Carriage is rotated circularly, and why it is running longitudinally? Because the pinion is connected to the rack. So it circular motion is converted to linear motion. Here we get a mechanism. What is the mechanism? Rack and pinion mechanism. Okay. See this part. This part is rotated. The total carriage is sliding. Okay. So this part is called as compound slide. Okay, or carriage wheel. Other name is carriage wheel, hand wheel or carriage wheel. Okay. Then compound slide left side one wheel is connected. See top slide and tool post are sliding. Crossly sliding. Okay. So this part is called as our cross slide. It is connected and its name is cross slide hand wheel. See headstock, tailstock and carriage are held in bed. Bed is also holding base. This part is called as our base. Base is connected to two parts. Okay, this part is called as leg. Okay, then all parts are assembled. That's name told as lathe machine. See this part is flat surface. See this part is our V surface. This is our combine. This part is called as guide way. Which type of guide way? Combination of guide way. Now the total lathe machine or housing the lathe machine is made on grey cast iron. In headstock, see workpiece is there. Okay, workpiece is our cylindrical. Cylindrical center point is called as live center. Okay, in front tailstock. See this part is called as our dead center. Okay. Last we going to this shaft. Okay. There is a threaded part, another is plain part. Threaded part is called as lead screw. Okay. In downward one part is there. Its name is feed shaft. Lead screw is our use for threading purpose. In threading operation we have used lead screw. Okay, in normal longitudinal feed or cross feed, we have used feed shaft. Okay. Now here in lathe machine have four mechanisms. First one is our power transmission mechanism. Okay, which is convert electrical energy to mechanical energy. Second one is our gear mechanism, which control the RPM, low to high and high to low. And third one is our rack and pinion mechanism, which is circular motion is converted to linear motion. Fourth one is our turning mechanism. Okay, what is turning mechanism? Our workpiece is rotate around its axis against a single point cutting tool. Okay, four mechanism. What is turning mechanism? Power transmission mechanism. Third one is rack and pinion mechanism. Fourth one is our gear mechanism. Okay, that's it. Before we going to prepare a job or making a job, we follow some process. Okay, what are the process? First one is our what we use. Okay, what we use raw material. Second one is measurement. Third one is marking. Okay, fourth one is holding, and finally is cutting. Okay. And in cutting operation, what types of cutting tool are used? Okay, first we go raw material. Material is classified two types. Okay, first one is ferrous material. Second one is non-ferrous material. Ferrous material. What is ferrous material? Ferrous material is iron content is more or magnetic energy is more. Okay. Non-ferrous material, no iron content. Okay, example silver, gold, aluminum, okay, etc. In workshop we have used ferrous material. Okay, ferrous material is first one we know pig iron. Okay, pig iron is classified three types. Okay, what are the first one is wrought iron. Okay, second one is cast iron. Third one is plain carbon steel. Okay, in workshop we have used only plain carbon steel. Again students, plain carbon steel is classified three types. What are these? Now first one is low carbon steel. Okay, and its other name is mild steel. Okay, short form is MS steel. Okay, one is low carbon steel. Second one is medium carbon steel. Third one is high carbon steel. Okay, low carbon steel what? It have carbon content is 0.25% to 0.5%. Okay, and medium carbon steel have carbon is 0.5% to 0.75%. Okay, or last one is high carbon steel. It have carbon content is 0.75 to 1.5%. We have used okay low carbon steel. Why you have used low carbon steel? Because it is easily machinable. Okay, or it is easily available in local market. Okay, and its cost is very low. Okay, so we have used low carbon steel. Friends, in fitting section or previous video we have discussed types of holding tools. Okay, types of measuring tools, type of marking tools. Okay, then in this section or turning section we have not discussed about this. Directly we going to cutting tools. Cutting tools in use in turning section. Okay, first you know what is cutting tools. Okay, cutting tool is students to remove unwanted of metal or irregular of shape of workpiece to remove. That is called cutting. In turning section we have used single point cutting tool. Okay, single point cutting tool. Single point cutting tool have one cutting edge. You see this? Okay, one cutting edge. Okay, and what is single point cutting tool? Now it have one cutting edge to remove the mounted material, remove workpiece. Okay, it is called single point cutting tool. Single point cutting, only one edge is touched in the workpiece, so it is called single point cutting tool. Okay, Now students, types according to types of cutting tools. Okay, there are two types of cutting tool. First one is spilled or tip tool. Second one is solid tool. Okay. Then now we going to tool geometry or types of cutting tools. Okay, there are several types of cutting tool. Okay, first one is our left hand single point cutting tool. Second one is right hand single point cutting. These tools are used in facing turning, okay, plane turning. Then third one is external threading tool. And fourth one is our recessing tool or parting tool. Okay. Knolling. Last one is our knolling tool. See this knolling. Okay, knolling tool. Complete. Turning operation. There are several operations are doing in turning section. Okay. First one is our facing. Second one is plane turning. Third one is step turning. Fourth one is taper turning. Fifth one is our knolling. Sixth one is grooving. Last one is our threading. Okay. Now we are going to operations. Okay. First one is our facing operation. What is facing operation or facing turning? In this operation of turning or metal is removed end of the workpiece. Okay, end of the workpiece. In this operation, workpiece have length is decreased. Okay, this process is called facing operation. Now, how we create the facing operation? Okay, first this part is our tool post. Okay, tool post is 45 degree approximately. Okay, then we run against the workpiece against a single point cutting. Okay. Here you see unmounted workpiece or unmounted chips are removed in workpiece. See this part, okay students, the length will decrease. Okay, see. Okay, so this process is called facing operation. Okay, then we next going to plane turning. What is plane turning? Plane turning is the operation of metal is removed. Metal is removed. Okay, unmounted of metal removed workpiece surface. In this process, the diameter will decrease. Then how to doing a plane turning operation? Okay, first we set the tool post in 90 degree. See how to set tool post. Okay, clockwise direction we set perpendicular the top slide. Okay, perpendicular the top slide in 90 degree. Okay, same process. Workpiece is rotated against the single point cutting tool. Okay, or anti-clockwise. Okay, now first we check the diameter. What is the dimension of diameter? 22.1. Okay, start the plane turn. Okay. the operation, after complete the plane turning operation, we check the dimension, okay, or diameter. 21. Okay. Before doing plane turning, our dimension or diameter is our 22.1. Now complete the plane turning operation. Okay, the dimension is, see this part, dimension is our 21. Okay, here we see, okay, the diameter is heavy. Okay, so this process or this operation is called plane turning. Now we are going to third part or third operation. Okay, that is step turning. What is step turning? In this operation, producing various steps of different type of diameter. Okay, the advance of plane turning. Okay, equal to plane turning. Step turning is equal to plane turning. Okay, in step turning, several diameters are
produce.
Several diameters are produced. Okay, next operation or our fourth operation is our taper turning. Okay, what is taper turning? In this operation, we are producing a external conical shape of workpiece. Okay, conical shape. See, this part is our taper turning. Okay, here we get a bigger diameter and small diameter, and the length is conical. Okay, tan theta equal to big D minus small d divided by 2 into conical or taper length. Okay, now here we get angle value. Okay, we get a theta value, okay, or angle value. See this part, okay, this part is our called as compound rest degree or Swabeling method. Compound rest degree or Swabeling method. We get 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree or 0 degree, 0.5 degree, okay, several. This process we create a angle value, then we start a taper turning. Okay, fifth one is our going to operation is grooving. 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 Okay, grooving means what is grooving? Grooving is called to reduce the diameter of workpiece over a very narrow surface. See this part narrow. Okay, 1, 2. 2 part is our narrow surface. Okay, this process or this operation called as grooving. Okay, how to create a grooving in next class. Okay, in next class we have discussed about this grooving operation. Okay, is our going to knurling, KNURLING, knurling. Okay, it is a special type of operation used in turning section. Okay, what is knurling? It is an operation producing knurled surface on the workpiece. Knurled surface. See this part, knurled surface. Okay. In this operation, knurled tool is moved longitudinally to revolving workpiece surface. Final operation is our threading. Okay. So threading, you know, threading, knot and bolt. Okay, threading. What is threading? Okay. In this operation, we are cutting a helical groove. See this part, helical groove on the external surface of workpiece. We prepare a job, okay, like this. We prepare a job. All operations are used. What are the facing, plane turning, step turning, taper turning, grooving, knurling, and threading. Okay, next please. Thank you.